Hey, Shad here with SpeedAddicts, the fastest growing gear site on the web, and today we're going to break down the LS2 Subverter Evo. Before we jump in and break down the LS2 Subverter, go ahead and subscribe. That helps us keep bringing you the absolute best gear content in the galaxy. Okay, if you have not heard of LS2, they've been around for decades. Up until 2010, before then in the 90s and early 2000s, they were making helmets for a lot of the big brands you've heard of. And then in 2010, they decided to come out with their own line. They called it LS2. So their philosophy is to over-deliver, and especially when it comes to the pricing value situation. So when I looked at the pricing on the Subverter Evo, I had to check it twice because it seemed too low. This helmet starts at $199 and goes up to $229 for graphics. So solids $199, graphics $229. Okay, I thought this helmet would at least be $100 more than that, just based on the build quality, what you're getting here. I'm going to show you all that sort of stuff. First off, the high points. So this is a Kinetic Polymer Alloy shell. That is a proprietary material from LS2. I'm going to dive into more detail on that in a second, but it's not composite and it's not polycarbonate. It's somewhere in the middle. Weight 3.4 pounds, so relatively not lightweight, not the lightest, not heavy, so decent in the weight department. DOT and ECE 2205. Intermediate oval, fits true to size. Size is extra small, all the way up to 3XL, which is nice for the bigger heads. You can wear this helmet. We've test fitted it here. Again, fits true to size. Remember, you will not only ride faster than your friends if you buy your next helmet from SpeedAddicts, but we pay return shipping. So if it doesn't work out for whatever reason, doesn't fit, decide you don't like it, we'll pay to get it back here, get you a refund or an exchange. Just remember, it's got to be brand new in the original packaging. Okay, let's talk about that Kinetic Polymer Alloy again. So what they do is they take the same sort of polymer material, polymer plastics, and they dissolve aramid fibers into that. So that gives you the puncture protection of a fiber helmet, like a composite, fiberglass, carbon helmet, but it also gives you the friction coefficient of a polycarb helmet. So that means it's going to slide easier. It's not going to fray once it starts grinding through this helmet. So they slide better, but the other cool thing about the KPA helmets is that they can fine-tune the rigidity for optimal impact and energy management. So this helmet's got some nice flex to it, and they can tune that so it's just the right amount of flex. And that's harder to do with a traditional polycarbonate helmet, or composite helmet. So that's my spiel on KPA. Is a really interesting technology from LS2, something you only get from there. The visor is the same thing. So this has got some really good flex. Hopefully if you catch that branch on the trail, it will not break. And it'll also, if you are in an impact, it should not be as jarring. It does have some adjustments here. So you can loosen these up and adjust it or swap it out should you need to. And while I have this flipped over, we're going to start talking about ventilation, because this helmet flows a ton of air. I've seen helmets designed like this in the past, and then when you open them up, you don't see anywhere for, these are like, a lot of times they're just full on fake, or there's nowhere in the EPS for the air to get through to your head. These are not that. These are not for show. So all these grills, intakes, and exhaust, when you hold this helmet up to the sunlight outside and remove the comfort liner, you see the sun just blasting through this thing. So it's gonna flow a lot of air. It's also got ram air here. It's got a goggle blower and a massive, massive thirsty chin bar vent. So if you're type of person gets hot, you ride in humidity, you ride in the desert out here in SoCal where we're at, you want a helmet that ventilates great, but you don't want to spend $300, $400, $500. Maybe you're the type of guy or gal who crashes a lot. We all know that person. This is an awesome option because you're not going to feel too bad if you have to wad one of these up at just over $200. Goggle fit, big eye port. I can fit almost my whole hand in here. That means you can fit the larger new gen goggles. They keep getting bigger, right? Bigger is cooler, but a lot of times with helmets they won't fit, or they're taking up all the space. And number one point of entry for air in a motocross helmet is around that goggle. So bigger eye port is better. There's the ventilation, you can see the back, and that is the exterior. Let's jump inside and see what we're working with in here. So I know you're all jealous of my helmet donut. Don't worry, LS2 actually gives you one with the Subverter Evo. It's an inflatable one. It doubles as a hemorrhoid pillow if you should need that. Okay, we got a LS2 helmet bag in the box, and that's it as far as accessories and goodies. There we are. Okay, interesting the way they kind of made this. There's no neck roll. Traditional helmets usually have material like kind of all the way around. They've wrapped plastic material all the way around this edge, and you just have the cheek pad kind of floating out here, which looks cool, but it's also less stuff to get dirty. When you go to service this helmet and you remove the cheek pads, you wash the cheek pads, wash the helmet liner, you wipe out the inside of this helmet. It gets real clean, real easy, which is nice for the dirt helmet, kind of a unique thing. This white tab up here, this actually removes. This is not part of the helmet. This is for display so that it sits upright. They include this, I think, for dealers to display the helmet, but it clips right off. Here, I'll show you. There you go. That's out of the way. D-ring closure, super comfy cheek pads, 3D cut, laser cut cheek pads, a lot of foam in there. Remember, your helmet should fit nice and snug. When you try this on your couch, go ahead and sit in it for a good 20 minutes. But remember, you want it snug without being uncomfortable or painful, because the low density foam inside cheek pads and comfort liners will compress about 10 or 15% over time. You see how thick that is? After you ride and sweat in that a bit, it is going to break down. So shoot for snug is what I always say. This is a wicking, nice, soft fabric. It's going to be all comfy and cozy. Let's get this one out of the way. Okay. Another cheek pad. Now that I have those out of the way, you can see I've never seen a chin bar with this much grilling here. You're really going to get a ton of airflow through that grill, and there's just no obstructions in there. Should you break this, you can remove. You see the screws there. If you break a grill, you can hit those screws, pull that out, and order an extra or replacement grill if you need to do that. Let's pull out the comfort liner. We'll show you the EPS foam that does the job in case of an impact. You'll also notice those channels and ports I'm talking about that allow the air to get onto your head. LS2 is offering a 2-year warranty on this guy, which is pretty standard for dirt helmets these days. Oh boy, they got it clipped in good. We do this live. Okay. I'll just pull that back. Okay, see what I'm talking about? See those channels? But more importantly, maybe if I can get out of the way, you can see right through this helmet. You can see the wall behind me. So, like I said, those vents up on the top are not just for show. They're gonna plow air into this helmet and onto your head, keep you cool. Because when you're cool, you ride better, you don't crash, hopefully. The LS2 Subverter, a big value, an awesome looking helmet, unique design. You got the Kinetic Polymer Alloy to keep you safe, and a 2-year warranty from LS2. Can't go wrong. Head over to SpeedAddicts.com to shop for this and thousands of other helmets every day. We appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.